Science Wonders. Today we are going to explore gravity and force, properties of physics, by making paper kites. So today I have some examples of some paper kites I've made. I've made a newspaper paper kite, and it is big. I've made a smaller paper kite using cardstock. I even made a paper kite out of our coffee filters from last week when we were doing rainbows. We're going to discover that gravity, which is the force that pulls things to the earth when they're dropped. And for kites, the force that's created by the wind to keep them from falling out of the sky. So, for our project today, you're going to need some paper. It can be just a plain old piece of photocopy paper. It can be newspaper, whatever kind of paper you have handy. We're going to need some skewers or paper straws, depending what you have at home. Or if you have little pieces of doweling, that will work. I have some pens today, in case you want to get fancy and decorate. I also have stickers, in case you want to get fancy and decorate. I have a hole punch. I have some scissors. I have some string and tape and a small stiff piece of cardboard. Let's get started. For our design today, I'm just making the same design but different types of paper. And then we're going to go outside after and experiment, see what happens if they fly at all or which ones fly better than the others based on the type of paper we're using. So we're going to take our piece of paper and we're going to start by folding it in half. Then we're going to fold back each side just so it's kind of crooked. See how it's kind of going crooked? So that the bottom piece is about an inch in from the bottom and an inch in from the top. But when you lay it flat, it should just want to lay out. So it's not perfectly straight, it's at an angle. I'm going to pull the other side back, and we can even match it up. When we open it up, we'll see we have a bit of a triangle. Then we're going to take some of our tape and we're going to tape these two pieces so they don't flap open. So just take a few pieces of tape and tape across. So that's the basic design of our paper kite. Now at this point, if you want to do some decorating, you sure can. You can maybe, draw some. I'm going to draw a picture on mine. I'm going to put a little sunshine. So you can draw a picture, or maybe you just want to do a design. Just draw some different lines on it, in different colors. Whatever you want. It's your kite. It's your idea. Whatever you like. You can draw, or if you have some stickers, you could add some stickers. My stickers happen to be space stickers. There's our basic design, but it's not a kite yet. What does a kite need? A kite needs a rib to help keep it stiff so that it doesn't just flip and flap. It has to have some way for the force of the air to lift it up, and the rib helps it do that. So today I'm going to use a skewer. Now, it has a sharp end, so if you're using a skewer, just be careful you don't poke yourself. And then the skewer lays between this point and this point. And we're just gonna tape it on. And there, see? Now what does our kite need? Right now it looks more like an airplane. What does it need to make it a kite? Right, we need a string. So in order to put our string on, paper isn't very strong. So we're going to use the tape to reinforce the spot where we put our string. And I'm going to use the hole punch to help make the hole. So the hole is going to go almost even with your rib on the back side here. And you're going to clip it in. So it's just about the same. Then you're going to need a piece of cardboard and your string. You're just going to put a little slice in the card so that it will hold the end of your string. Just like that. Then it kind of makes it stick. Then we're going to wrap a whole lot of string. I'm going to put it on the floor so it rolls. Whole lot of string around so that when we're outside in the wind, and I notice outside the wind is blowing, so it's a perfect day for this, I'm hoping. And around and around and around so that we can get our kite high into the air. And I need my scissors to cut it off a little bit. Then I'm going to put my string through the hole. Then I'm going to tie it. So I'm going to put a knot in it several times just to keep it snug. Don't want it coming undone. Oops. Okay. So, now, there's my kite, there's my string. What else am I missing? Look at these kites, boys and girls. Do you see those kites? And that kite? What is my kite missing? Yes, it needs a tail. So, on this kite, I used my little pieces of paper towel that we cut up from our rainbow experiment, and I taped them together to make a long tail for my kite. In this kite, I have a piece of raffia. And this kite, I forgot to put a tail on it too. Oh, we'll have to fix that before we go outside. I have a piece of raffia right here. That make a nice tail. Ooh. Let's see. We need a nice long piece. There's a nice long piece. And maybe we could tie on a little ribbon. Just make it pretty. All right. Now we need to tape it on. Okay, girls. I'm going to tape it right on that middle seam. And there we are. There's our kite. So this kite is made of plain copy paper. This kite is made of cardstock. This kite is made of a coffee filter. And this kite is made of newspaper. So in just a few moments, boys and girls, I'm going to meet you outside and we're going to test out how well our kites fly. Maybe they won't fly at all. I don't know. I haven't tested them yet. See you in a few minutes when we're outside testing our kites.
Boys and girls, we're outside now and we're here on my dock on Lake Nipson. And when I came out, the wind died down. But there's still a little bit of a breeze that I think some of my kites will work, but probably not all of them. So here's the kite we made inside. Now if you see, the wind is kind of spinning it But if I just let it go, it's just going to drop to the ground because gravity is going to take it that way. And I'm going to try and get it up into the air. And if the wind is strong enough, it'll create a force that will lift it up. Okay, let's see if I can catch a gust. No, right now it just doesn't want to get too high up. The wind is just not strong enough. So I know that this paper is lighter than this paper, so this one probably won't work right now. This one is my tiniest coffee filter kite, and look as I unravel it, what's happening. Is it going down? And if I help just to give it a little bit up. And look, boys and girls, my kite is flying. Let's see how far out I can get it. That little coffee filter kite is right there. Do you see it? It's flying. It's just the right size for this light wind. So I can let it go really far. Let's see how far I can let it go out. And then I'll try and show you. I've got it out quite a ways. Let's see if I can show you, boys and girls. All right. Let's see. Can you see it flying behind me? That is so exciting. Oops, where did it go? Ooh, there it is. Get it back up. The wind just died, and now gravity is taking over and taking it to the ground. Now, boys and girls, I want to see about our big paper kite, because newspaper is not heavy like our cardstock paper. And it's not quite as heavy as the other paper. So let's see how well this one will fly. Now look behind me. Oops, there it is. It's flying. Let's see how far I can let it. Can I get it up any higher? I'm letting the string out slowly. Oh, too fast. Where did it go? There it is. The kite is flying. Now here's my cardstock kite, and the wind, it really wants to fly, but there's just not enough force in the wind to get it to work against the gravity, although it is really trying. And one thing, boys and girls, I forgot to mention is if you're flying kites, you don't want to be in amongst the trees, or it'll get caught up there and then you'll be sad because your kite will be stuck high in a tree. Well, boys and girls, I was able to get my photocopy paper kite to fly. I walked further out on my dock, and it seems to be a bit windier over here, and it's flying, it's dancing in the air. And that nice long tail, do you see that, boys and girls? So the wind is a little stronger at the end of my dock. So it was enough to lift my photocopy paper kite.